In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can 10x the amount of leads you get from social media with one simple automation. And before you try to tell me that you can't actually collect leads from social media, if you stay with me until the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can collect hundreds, if not thousands of leads per day in exactly the one simple process that I used, and I never had to respond to a single thing. Look at this post right here. I've got over 6,000 comments, and on this post alone, I never responded to one of them. And the best part is you can do this over and over and over again, and you can turn these thousands of comments into real leads that turn into real customers for your business. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. Let's get started. Before we dive into the automation, I want to quickly explain kind of how all of this works and paint a picture for you. To turn your social media into a leads machine, you really only need three things. It starts with intentional content on social media. And by intentional content, I simply just mean content that you create to drive leads to your business. And don't let that scare you, because in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to craft this content so that you can drive leads every single time that you post. So be sure to subscribe if you're not already. Once you post on social media, it's then about giving your followers or your viewers on social media a freebie to download so that you can capture their info and follow up with them in the future to turn them into buyers. Or in other words, drop them into your sales funnel to convert them to actual money. Your free thing can be a free calendar link, a free course, a free trial, whatever it is that you have around your offer. Just have something free so you can capture your followers' info. You don't want to depend on the algorithms to continually put your content in front of the same people. So as soon as you get them into your system and your CRM, you will be able to follow up with them whenever you want and however you want. So just to quickly recap, it's three simple things: posting with a purpose, driving your people from your social media page to your freebie offer, and three, following up with them automatically to convert them to buyers once they opt in for your free thing. Now that you understand how it all works, let's get into the automation. Now for this social media automation, we're going to be using our software lead Vortex. So like I mentioned before, we're going to add a new trigger in here that is built around our intentional social media posts, and I will show you how to set that up. And then it drops them into this automated response system to get them into our CRM system and follow up with them via email. So let's set this thing up. As I mentioned in how it all works, this actually is triggered by intentional social media posts. By intentional social media posts, I just mean someone has commented on your Instagram post with a specific word or a phrase that you told them to, or included in your call to action that I'll speak on in the next video. But what happens is when somebody comments on your post with that specific word, they dump into this automation. So your workflow trigger, or what triggers this automation, is an Instagram comment. So we're actually going to start with that here, and then the filters when you connect your pages inside of Lead Vortex will automatically show up in here. So page is my social media page, so you will choose your social media page. Post type is a published post, and for this example, I'm actually going to use a specific video to trigger this post. But if you have a common call to action that you use in all your videos, you can set up a blanket automation that will work on any post that you use on Instagram. So once you chose your video that you want to post, you're then gonna add in another filter. This is where you're gonna put in that keyword that you left in your call to action to trigger this automation. So in this instance, I'm actually going to use contains phrase and sass. This is it. This is going to set it up to where anytime that this comment is left on a post, it will drop into this automation automatically. Now, what you're going to do is then put track first level comments only. That way, after you respond to them or they get a response and maybe they ask a question with this keyword, you're not then responding to them with the automation automatically. Then you're just going to save that trigger and it's set up. So let's get into the actual automation itself. Now, the first thing that happens when someone comments on this post is they go into a very short wait period. This is just to make it not instantaneous. And so this first step here is a wait time delay step for just 30 seconds. Now the lowest amount of time that you can put in here is minutes. So I just put 0.5 minutes to then reflect 30 seconds. Now, after the 30-second wait is over, the first thing you want to do is let the viewer know that you're going to be following up with them in Messenger. So you can set up these reply and comment triggers to mix up randomly and like the comment automatically. So you will go in and hit add new response and add in your comment replies. What's really cool about this is I can type in awesome and I can add in a custom value here that will pull their first name from social media, and it's going to say message coming your way. And once you get your comments in here the way you want them, you're just going to save that action. After we respond to the person's comment, in order to give it a less automated feel, I drop it into another short wait period. Again, just 30 seconds to make it a little less instantaneous. And this is where all the fun starts. So your next trigger is an Instagram interactive message. Your reply type here is going to be reply to comment via DM. What this is doing is really just connecting it up to that first trigger that was the call to action on the video to start with. And what you want this message to be is a short, excitable blurb about what you promised them in the video. So if you were giving away a free consult or a free calendar booking with you, maybe your message is, hey, my new friend, I'm so appreciative that you wanted to spend some time with me. These consults are some of my favorite things to get clients up and running, and here's exactly what you're gonna get on our call together. So what do you say? And what that message framework really boils down to is this: an excited, kind greeting, a quick reminder and acknowledgement of what free thing they said they were gonna download or opt into, and a quick share of what that client's dream outcome may be and what they're gonna get from that call when they join. And a quick overshadow of what the benefits of joining or downloading that free thing is going to be for them. Ideally, this is going to be attached to what your client's dream outcome is. And then the last part of that is a quick call to action, really just determining if that is what they're interested in or not. And then what that call to action does is allow you to put these quick actions that will trigger the rest of your automations. So it adds little buttons to the bottom of the message itself to basically branch off your audience accordingly. So the first button is them just expressing, yes, I absolutely want the free thing. And the second button is a no, not for me. And you can only put 2 buttons on here, and then the branch goes to default timeout. And you want to make sure that in this wait step or the default timeout, you make it more than 1 minute. Otherwise, it's going to drop them out of your automation very quickly if they don't automatically respond. And then you're just going to save that action, and it's going to create these branches for you, which is where you're going to deliver your free thing or follow up with them accordingly. Now, the first branch we're going to set up here is the default timeout. That means if they don't respond to your message or interact with your first message at all, you automatically are going to follow up with them after a day or 2's time, so you can just see if maybe they missed your message or it didn't hit their inbox. So after default timeout, it again is going to be an Instagram interactive messenger. And this one is just going to be reply to DM instead of comment. So this just connects it to the DM that you just sent before after a day or 2's time. And because this is a timeout message, you just want this message to just be a quick greeting, acknowledging, hey, you initially expressed interest in this free thing. I understand life gets busy, but here's your quick overview on what you'll get if you join into the free thing. Is that something you're still interested in? If not, I totally understand. I'm just going to close this out. This message just leans into a little bit of urgency, so it shows again that it's a little bit less robotic, but it also just says that you're going to close out and move on to more active clients that you're seeking out. And then your buttons here are just like they were before. Yes, I'm in, or no, I'm out. So after the default timeout message where you're following up, you'll see that the yes, I'm in and no, I'm out branches actually just connect back to the original steps. So this whole process is really just 3 simple things. So let's get into the good stuff where we set up the follow-up to when they express interest in your thing. Once they hit the yes, I'm in button, you're gonna then give them another Instagram interactive message. This is again going to be a reply to a DM because it's connecting it to the direct message that you just sent and they responded to. And this message is super simple. Deliver the goods. Awesome news. It's a little bit of excitement saying, I'm happy to have you. Give them a call to action telling them to click the button to access the free thing. And then a quick closing referring to you'll talk soon, since you're going to follow up with them with your actual free thing. And on this message, you're just going to have one button. So your one button is going to be the actual free thing that you're going to deliver. So you're going to hit add new button. You're going to enter your button's name. So this is going to be the text that shows up on the button. So free thing here. And then you're going to hit select action. You're going to open up your website at this point to get them on your website to opt into your free thing, or open up your calendar page, or whatever it may be. And then you're just going to enter in the link to that website here. And then you're going to want to update this wait time to be more than a minute again, and you will just save your action. Now we're going to set up our no message really quickly. And if it's a no, the first thing I do is automatically wait for a full minute, just in case they accidentally hit nope, it's a no. And the difference in the no message is I'm actually just going to send a regular Instagram DM instead of an interactive message, because I don't have a call to action at the end where I'm trying to deliver whatever I said. So this DM is, that's okay, I understand. A quick thanks for checking out your comment, and a recognition of understanding that all of this can be hard, whatever your niche may be. And then the last part of this is maybe just asking a question of if there's anything that you can support with. Essentially just extending an olive branch to the person that seemed to express interest in your content to begin with, so you can maybe build some trust with them to convert them later on. And then that's it for the nope for me. Let's go ahead and get started with the next level of automation. So after you've delivered your free thing, then kicks off the next level of automations. So what I have set up here is if they've selected to opt in for the free thing, I'm going to create an opportunity for them. Or in other words, put them in a pipeline so I can track their progress. And if they've given me their email, which connects to the free thing they've tried to download, I'm then going to move them in that pipeline to understand where they're at. And then if they haven't given me their email, they will sit in the same spot of that pipeline so that I myself or my VA or social media manager can go back and follow up with them. The next part of this is you setting up a follow-up message if they didn't click the button of you giving them the free thing. And this message here is going to be a regular Instagram DM. And this message isn't an interactive message. It's again just trying to build a little bit of trust to get them over to that page and opt in. So you want this message to imply or remind them to go check out that page that you just dropped them a day earlier. So my message goes a little bit like this. So my friend, what did you think? Again, referring them back to that page to hopefully get them over to check it out. And then it's a little nudge to what I referred to in the original video of what the opportunity is if they join me. And to increase that trust factor, I do refer that I am open to feedback because I am trying to always get better. So I use that in my sign off. And if I get a response, awesome. And then you're going to save that action and just let it fly. Now in the default timeout section, let's just say they haven't done anything. This is they've timed out on every message that you've sent them. You're going to then create an opportunity to dump them into that pipeline so you can manually follow up with them, or send your VA or social media manager to follow up with them to close them, hopefully later on. And then it's the branch of they've said they were in after you followed up with them when they ignored you the first time. You're going to set up a go-to action that connects it back to the original automation. Now from the follow-up message, let's say they expressed that they wanted to join in on the free program. They just missed your message. You're just going to add in a go-to action here. Click on save action and connect it to the yes, I'm in part of the automation. That's just going to dump it into that branch so it creates the opportunities and updates it the same way as if they would have just responded to the original message. And the same thing goes for the no, I'm out. Basically, what you're going to do here is connect the no, I'm out to the no, I'm out response pipeline. Once you get this entire thing set up for yourself, you're just going to hit publish and save. Now let me show you what this looks like when it's all up and running. So here's my original message that went to a follower. You'll see it's a reply as a DM. It'll link back to that old Instagram post if I want to go look at it. They responded accordingly and it dropped them into the automation. They have then dumped into my pipeline so I can do what I will and close them later on. And then when they complete the form that was on the website we sent them to from that original Instagram automation, it dumps them into an automation to convert them to buyers more intentionally.